Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Praveena Jagdish, founder School Skies. A great morning and a warm welcome on behalf of School Skies, APJ Consultancy, and the Microsoft teams. With the dynamics of classrooms, which is rapidly evolving with the pandemic around, and schools and teachers are greatly to a large extent embracing newer technologies and innovations like never before. And I thank all the participants, more than close to 300 people who have registered today. And we would definitely strive and we are confident that we will make it extremely fruitful every bit for every one of you who are participating in this event. On that note, we are honored to be introducing the list of panelists here for the day. So, as a first speaker, we have Mr. Nitin Pava, the National Manager, National Program Manager from Microsoft Education. Our second speaker will be Shri P.G. Subramanian sir, Principal Bhavans Rajaji Vidyashram. And the third would be Dr. Ajit Prasad Jain, Director, Dr. APG Education Consultancy. Finally, I would summarize and take your question answers. So for whatever is the doubts with how School Skies can handle or set up the accounts for the entire Microsoft team process. So with that, I would give a small intro to Mr. Nitin Pava here. Welcome, Nitin, from, I think it's all the way from Delhi here online with us. So he is the National Program Manager for Microsoft Education and has been solely responsible for evangelizing edu initiatives. He's toiled 4 years and has been an absolute making contributions to programs like MASP and EduCloud. He's also been very much involved and responsible to take School Skies into the MASP suite or the MASP package. Apart from all this, he is a certified MIE trained on artificial intelligence teams OneNote and Sway. So it's great and wonderful to have you with us, Nitin, here. And over to you, Nitin. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Praveena, to introduce me. Good morning, all the school leaders. So before starting with my session, I would like to thank the BotCode team who has invited me today for this session. Thank you so much. And I take this opportunity with a small little prayer that I hope and believe that everybody is safe and sound in this COVID times. So I would like to appreciate and acknowledge you all. You all are ensuring smooth teaching learning process along with looking after your family, kids, managing all the households, scores, and still standing strong. So you all deserve a huge round of applause from the Microsoft and the BotCode team. Thank you. So I'm very happy and glad and privileged to be working with you today on this webinar. So as Praveena has already introduced me. I'm taking care of the K-12 and the higher education business for Microsoft, and I will be taking you through this webinar today. So please be with me, and I take you through the virtual vote webinar, right? And I have the moderators also with me when we will give you the live demo. So I can tweak between the my presentation and the Teams window, so you can see how the Microsoft Teams interface, and what are the other tools which were from where we can make the classroom more interactive. So before I will move on, and I will talk about more into the depth, I just want to tell you that so let me by telling you that as I speak to you today, so millions of people around the world are adjusting to the full-time remote working or distance working and the learning. So while working remotely full-time can be challenging, as humans, we are actually hardwired for connection. And without that human connection or the human connect, it seems like that you are working in vacuum. And many people who are in lockdown, and the people like me who are actually in the conformity now, and I'm sitting out in my area at Delhi right now, and I have been confined into my compound. So I cannot move out like you. Everyone is sitting at home, at this point of time. So it is very difficult without this human connection. So we have seen that this Microsoft Teams application has worked so well with the people across the globe that educators, schools, universities, everybody is adopting the Microsoft Teams and for the teaching and the learning experience. But I would just want to talk about, a little bit on the So these are the different, this slide is more into the different campaigns which Microsoft is also running in terms of reaching out to all the educators and, the from the K-12 and the higher education industry. Let me, talk about more onto the security part, because everyone has heard, right, in the last 2 to 3 weeks that the security is very important, and in terms of the government also mandate, right, to go for the Microsoft Teams. So this is how, the security part is coming into the picture. And I just want to tell you that how Microsoft is a secured platform. So we have seen a new daily record of 2.7 billion meetings. Okay. So this is 2.7 billion meeting minutes in one day. So can you believe that a 200% increase from the 900 millions on March on 16? So this is the figure, right, till the last to last month, which is on March 16. If I will today talk about, right, more than 23 million, the people into the education segment are interacting with their colleagues, with their students, or with their teachers on the Microsoft Team platform. So it is not just the COVID-19 that we now need to worry about, while we all are using or moving, to the remote working for the education continuity. So we are noticing as a Microsoft, right, what are the trends which are disturbing, right, from the security standpoint. So number one, like rise in adoption of insecure collaboration apps, weak security practices in light of education continuity, increasing trend of cyber threats or lack of security awareness among users while working remote working, basically remote learning. So I will try to give you a little bit background how we as a Microsoft operating across the globe. So we have segregated internationally the world into 42 regions right now. Under that 42 regions, we have established 152 data centers, and which are owned by Microsoft. All these 152 data centers are completely worldwide by Microsoft itself, and these are all connected by Microsoft, and we are not dependent on country to country, or the different to different ISP providers. So that's there, right? There no chance that our services will get interrupted at any point of time. So I will not take more time onto the security part, right? And I just want to tell you that how we are helping the school customers, educators, and the to how to create the virtual classroom using Microsoft Teams, which will help you to innovate your classroom using technology that can be used as e-learning and the learning management system. So let me introduce, and I keep shuffling, my PowerPoint presentation, right, on the Microsoft Teams, right? And don't worry, I will move on to the Microsoft Teams interface also. But let me talk about, what is Microsoft Teams? Microsoft Teams is like a digital hub that brings conversation, content, assignments, and apps together in one place. So, it create a vibrant learning experience, right? The environment. So build collaborative classroom, connect in professional communities, or connect with their colleagues all from a single experience. So Microsoft is like Teams is like a digital hub, right? So if you want to open any of the applications, whether it's Microsoft tools or the 150 applications which are already a part of Microsoft Teams, that is the third party applications, that also you can bring from the single interface. So no need to go onto the onto the Windows 10 button, right? The start button where you can find out the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Forms, OneNote, right? No need to go here and there. So it provides a conversation-based workspace in which teachers and the students can experience a personalized, vibrant learning environment, as well have many of the classroom basics like assignments, announcements, and the notebooks. I just want to little bit talk
Sorry.
about, the project part, because at this point of time, all the students are sitting at home. Teachers are also at home, right? As I said, everyone is into the lockdown position right now, depend on the territory to territory, city to city. And teachers are keep giving the projects to the set of students. So for example, a class of 40 students or the 50 students, whatever the strength depend on school to school. So teachers keep giving the projects to them and they divide the students group, right? For example, the group of 10 students or the 5 students, and they have to work on that project collaboratively. And when the social distancing is one of them, and how we can bring collaboratively onto the Microsoft Teams platform, and how they can use the Microsoft Teams. So it is also the so I will discuss this more in detail, right, when I will give you the live demo. But let me move forward that it is also the perfect location for working with colleagues on projects, curriculum, adoptions, or even whole school initiatives. So school administrators can communicate and collaborate with their entire staff in one location. So let me move on to the another slide. Just let me, yes. This is a very, very important, and I know today more than 50 plus educators. I know I'm on the PowerPoint presentation, so I can't see how many, the schools and the school leaders has joined for this today's session. Praveena and Dr. Jagdish can tell more in detail, but I just want to tell you that today lots of school educators has joined from the different platforms, right? Somebody has joined from the MacBook, somebody has joined from the iPad, even I also joined from my Surface. And you can see the lots of the browsers like Edge, Chrome, Safari, or the different devices like the Android phone, or the iPhone, right? So the experience will the same, right, onto the Microsoft Teams platform. So the interface changes little bit due to the kind of device, because you can understand the size. You can't compare the mobile phone and the laptop, right, so that you are using, but you will see mostly the interface looks almost the similar. So now today I will be taking you through various feature of Microsoft Teams. I will be talking, or taking you, to the various things about what can you do on the Microsoft Teams platform, why use Microsoft Teams, how do you give assignments, and how do you exist as a class team. So I know everyone is very curious, right, and waiting for the live demo on the Microsoft Team, that how it works. Everyone is looking for the Microsoft Teams interface, because as I understand, everyone has joined from the different browsers and they can see only the video, audio, and the chat window right now. So let me take you there and show you that what all you can do on the Microsoft Teams platform. So I'm taking you here right now. Let me share my Teams window, and Praveena, just confirm me once you will able to see my Microsoft Teams window. Okay. Thanks. So let me close this window also, the show participants. I can see Praveena, I can see Ajit sir right now. Subramaniam sir, I can see. So let me take you there and show you that what all you can do onto the Microsoft Teams, right? So I'm right now onto my Microsoft Teams window, right? This is what the Microsoft Teams looks like. This is where we can make the call and make things happen. So don't worry, this is just the first interface of the Microsoft Teams, and then I will take you. Okay, so this is from where I just want to tell you how the Microsoft Teams window looks like, right? I know I can see Praveena and the other sir also there. So this is the live webcast which is going on for all the school leaders who have joined today for this session, and the recording is already going on from the bot pod. They have already started this recording. If I will click on this turn camera off, right, so you will not able to see on the camera, right? And the next button is the mute and the unmute button. So if I will click the mute button, obviously you will not able to hear, but you can see my screen which I'm sharing with, which I've already shared with you. So the screen sharing button, which is you can see with the cross. So right now at your end, you can see only the one rectangle shaped screen on this toolbar. But for example, I'm sharing my entire desktop with you, and if I jump between different files. I do not have to stop or pause. I can literally jump here and come back here into my Teams call. So let's take an example. So I'm into the class, right? And this is my preferred mode when I'm joining a class, because I might need more than to share more than one screen, right? For example, I'm sharing, the PowerPoint presentation, because that is, my preferred mode, right? To share it with everyone. Now I'm moving on to the three dots. The next feature, you can see, the show device setting. This is very important. So before the educators will, join for the virtual session with their students, or the students also, so they have to check their device setting, whether the headphone is connected with the whatever the device they are using. And we always suggest to use the headphone for the better experience, because the noise level also get reduced while using the headphone. And the other settings, right, whether my microphone or my speaker is working fine or not. The other feature, if I will talk about, the enter full screen. Right now, I'm not using the enter full screen option right now. This is the show background effects. So let me see, what all, the show background effects, which is a part of that. Let me share. So right now I'm sitting into the class, and that you can do many things over here. Like same of you have switched on your video, or so whenever you switch on your video, you might not be comfortable sharing your background as an educator. So you could have special background effects, and you could be anywhere in conducting your classes. Or I can say the lockdown is already going on, and everyone wants some change in their life, the colors. So that is also the new the feature which Microsoft Teams is giving in terms of to change the background settings. The next feature, if I will talk about, turn on live caption, right? So right now you can see whatever I'm speaking is getting typed. So along with this is extremely important when the people are not in a very good zone, and they have weak signals, or if they have a challenge and hearing, for example, my voice is breaking, for them to look, these live captions come in very handy and make my participants inclusive. So I'm going to turn off this option also. Just a second, let me click and turn off the live caption. And the other features, like to share the keypad, right, where you can dial up, right, the other participants, and turn off incoming video. So right now I'm not going to do, because otherwise if I will click, whatever the videos are coming on the screen, that will be not visible to everyone. So next feature I will talk about, the show participants. There is one more feature which is a part of that, which is the raise your hand, and that Microsoft has introduced basis the feedback and the inputs which we have received for the last 2 months. So for example, the class is going on, and the student want to ask some question, or by end of the session there is a Q&A round where one by one student can raise the hand, and the hand will be visible on the right side of this window. You can see here, my name is there, Nitin Pava, Ajit sir, Jagdish Devran, the other participant I can see over here. So right now this option is not visible to me because I am on the other platform. But the raise your hand option is visible, sorry, it is already a part of the Teams platform, where the student just click on the raise your hand button, and teacher will get a notice in her screen that somebody has some question to ask, right, about this, whatever the topic. So that is for them. And the next option, if you can see the participants who are already a part of this today's session. So all participants who are in this meeting can be seen over here, right, on the right side of your window. So there is no need for the teachers to take any attendance. So she just has to scroll down, right, whatever the attendees who has joined, and all they need to do is they need to look up here, and all attendees can be seen over here. So for example, anyone who joined their meeting and had dropped out for any of the reason, right, will also be listed separately down here. And in few days, Microsoft is coming up with the new feature where, we can put the button over here and you will download the entire attendance right into the PDF format. So this is what the Microsoft Teams first window, where you can show the participant. If somebody is moving out, you can see my 5 student has joined, but they have dropped out. Might be there will be a bad signal or whatever the reason, right? So these are the options which is available on the Microsoft Teams main interface window. And here I can do the chat also, but I will tell this feature more in a elaborative way right into the next window. And now I'm moving on to the main window, which is the Teams interface, the second window. And you can see over here, the call is already going on, and you can see there are lots of groups, lots of chats, which I'm doing internally into my organization. And here you can see, there is a left side, what you see is the dark bar right over here. So first activity, you can see the activity into the bell icon, right? So this is the activity which will keep me posted on any of the activity that has happened in the Teams, and it will keep me informed, right? That someone is put up in assignments or someone added me to a group, right? All of that will stay here just the way we get the notifications, right, on the LinkedIn, on the Facebook, or on the WhatsApp also. Next item, I just want to tell you what you see over here, the different spaces. So right now I can see there is one call which is going on, which is the current call, and there is no any parallel call which is going right now on the same time. But when I put the cursor over here, this video camera will get disabled, right? So this will show me that the call is going on. Let's take an example. Sorry, I forget, to discuss that whatever I know lots of educators are missing, the physical classroom and the physical school right now when they are sitting at home at this time when this COVID is going on. Everyone is missing, the school days, 2 months back, right? So what Microsoft is doing, what the physical classroom is there, we are converting the physical classroom into the virtual classroom. So after this session, you will come up with the questions. We have an answer for each and every question which we will ask. So for example, when the live school is going on, mostly the principal, vice principal, and the coordinators keep going into the different classes, spend 2 to 3 minutes, right? They can share the thought process, or whether the classes are going in a right manner, is the teacher is teaching the lesson plan in a right manner or not, right? Whatever, better than me on that part. So this is the window where, as a coordinator, as a principal, as a vice principal, I can join multiple calls at a same time. So I just has to, for example, let me show you. So this is the team session which we have done with the Western Command schools, right? Last week. And if I want to join this session, I can join from here. So for example, if this session is, going on right now, I can join it from here. So as a principal, vice principal, I can jump onto the different calls parallelly, and no need to go here and there. And I can see 70 classes are going online between 9 o'clock till 1 o'clock. And as a coordinator, I just, dismiss, my first call and join onto the other call. So this is the feature for them. So right now there is no any call which is going on. Otherwise, I will show you how it, works basically. Now just want to tell you, the another feature, which is the chat window. I know that lots of people are already using the chat part through WhatsApp, through Facebook. There are lots of, the platforms which are available. But right now, I just want to tell you onto the Microsoft Teams how the personal chat window works basically. So for example, let's take example. I'm your teacher today, and you are into my class, to, and entire class, and you are into the class meeting with me. Let's say there is some question that you cannot ask publicly, or not all the children's, come out to ask question publicly. So they might not want to ask in front of everybody, and they might want to come in and ask you. So I will be able to show you that sometimes when I conducting a classes, or when I'm hosting my classes with the students, right? Because lots of webinars where I keep joining. And let's take an example in your case when you will take the class, right? So the students, they don't ask upfront, but they combine on one and especially question, Nitin sir, or Pravina ma'am, for example, when do we have to submit the assignments? Or ma'am, you have delivered the session in the morning, and at that point of time I have not asked the question publicly, so can I ask right now? So this is the window where I can invite my teacher. So for example, right now let me click and my one of my moderator, and I'm just typing over here, hello Taran sir, right? So let's see if my Taran sir will reply on this chat window or not. He's one of my moderator, and he has conducted a session in the morning, and now the question has come into my mind, to ping my teacher and ask 101. So this is a window which this is a chat window where no one can see. This is only between the teacher and the student, or the student to student and the teacher to teacher also. So he has not replied as of now. So let me move forward and show you the other things, right? That what all you can do onto the Microsoft Teams platform. I just want to show you one more feature. So he's replying hello. Okay, great. So I will show you the another feature. If you can see over here, there is a small square button with the pencil. I just click on this. So I just I few minutes back I discussed about the project part. So for example, as a science class teacher, I have given a project to my group of students. So for example, the group of 4 people, and they have to work on body of the parts, means parts of body, sorry, human brain, or the water cycle. So whatever is there, right? So let me type human brain over here, and I'm just adding my moderators, Sarpreet Singh, Tarnesh, and the fourth one is myself. And let me give the name of this project, Human Brain, and it's related to the 8th standard A section. Okay. And this is how, I created a group in front of you. And from here, I will start chatting with my the group of students, right, who all are working on the same project. So hello everyone. Sorry. Okay. So this is how I just ping to my entire group, and they will start chatting with me on this human brain project. And parallelly, I can edit this group also if I want to change the name. I want to share as a team leader, for example, I want to share some file related to the human brain project, because that is a supporting document which my teacher has given to me, and I can upload from the OneDrive, I can upload from my computer also. So for example, let's see if I can share any file with my so let me take this image, for example, for a while, and let me go back onto the chat window, and you can see it is coming. Yes, the file has been shared with all my students on this group. So this is the personal group, right, between the students, or as a teacher also, for example, the science class teacher, the primary, secondary, higher secondary, right? All the teachers make their own group, and they can exchange, whatever the best practices they are using in the at this point of time when the virtual classrooms are going on, or I can do the video conferencing, audio conferencing. And here I just want to show you that this is the feature which I have not discussed more in a elaborative way, because if I click on this, the stop sharing part will be pop up. Right here is the desktop window and the other file. So for example, I just want to share my window or the entire desktop. I can share it from these options, and these options are available on the other softwares which are running right now in the market. But yes, this is one of the feature, and here you can see all the 4 participants who are a part of this group, including me. Now I'm just sharing with you very beautiful feature, right? Add people. I can add the people from here. So for example, I want to add 2 more students in this group. Okay, so this is the window where I can add more students also. So for example, I'm adding over here like uh, Rajesh, right? For example, Okay. So when I will just add, my one of my more colleague, right? It will ask me, don't include it into the chat history, include chat history from the past number of days, or include all chat history. So this is the space, right, where, whatever the option I can, enable, I can enable that. Let's take an example on the Human Brain project. I have, we all, for students has created, the first version, and the first version we want to share it with, for example, one of my teacher, where she can share the inputs or the feedback about the Human Brain project. I don't want to include into the chat history. I just want to add up for the next 15-20 minutes, and she can share, the feedback or the inputs about the first version on the Human Brain as a group of students we have prepared. Or for example, I want to include her right into the past number of days, his chat history. I can do it from here, but right now I'm not going to do. And this is the icon pop-up chat, sorry, the pop-up, the chat window, where, I just click over here, and you can see there is no any left toolbar over here. And this is a personal space where we can do the chatting with the group of students. And you can see the multiple chats which are lying there. And I can see for the last 1 month, 2 months chats, which is internally into my organization. And if I want to get something right onto the search window, I can get for the last 3 months, 4 months, right, whatever the call has happened in the previous days, weeks, or the months, basically. So now I'm moving on to the main Teams window, where the virtual classroom easily can be created by the the teachers, basically. So here I just want to talk about the groups and the channels. So what Microsoft works basically while creating the classroom, if you can see over here, there are lots of square shape icons, right, with the small short form. Like the science subject, there is a SS part is there. So groups, basically, as a teacher, you can create the group. For example, if you have if you are an English class teacher, or the whatever the subject teacher, mathematics, science, the same I have created over here, the science subject. And the different channels, right, in the shape of the classes. So for example, I'm the science class teacher, and I'm taking 4th, 5th, and the 6th class. And in that, 4 sections in each and every class, so total 12 sections are there. Or example, 8th, 9th, 10th I'm taking, and five different sections are there in each of the class, right? So the 15 the sections will be a part of that. So those 15 sections is the channels, basically. And you can see here, there is a science subject, and here, the lots of classes which as a teacher I'm conducting, right? Like the 11th class, 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever. Okay, so now the question comes that how we can create the classroom. That is more important. But before I will tell you how to create the classroom, I just want to tell you that the same you do it in the starting of the year. You have to create the attendance register. So you have to put 40, 50 students into the attendance register. Somebody is using the biometric technology or the access card kind of technology. But for them also, they have to put something on the back end into the Excel sheet. So same here also, as a teacher, you have to create the group, and under that you have to create different channels, whatever the class and the section wise or the different subjects you are conducting, right? Basis, the instructions which is given by the coordinator, principal, or the vice principal. Yes, you can create that. So let me show you, while if once you have to create the teams from here. So for example, I have created the one of the subject, science subject. Let me click on these 3 buttons. I can hide the channel or the group. I can manage the team from here, add channel, add member. So let's add the channel from here. Let me add, just a second. Let me add, for example, class 8 and the D section. Okay. And let me add up over here. But before I will jump on to the channel part, I will show you one more interesting thing, which is, this window. So I just want to tell you that while creating the group, or, while creating your virtual classroom, so when you will click on that, it will ask 4 options. The first option you can see over here, the class. The second option is the PLC, staff, and the standard, right? very important. Let me talk about the PLC, the professional learning community. So for example, this is the space for them, right? Like for the administrators or the faculty development team, right? Everybody is in at one place under the PLC, right? So you want to make announcements, or you want to draw policies, or you want to take a vote, for example, or you want to have a school wide organization might talk with all the educators, right? So what if you can do it over here, right? This is the space for them, right, to run any kinds of clubs, any kind of the activities, any kind of the programs, reading programs, or for example the mental math club, or the coding clubs, for any of those in one of the this most important window, which is the PLC, which is the professional learning and community. So coming back onto the other feature, which is the staff. This is also very important, right? The staff teams allow school administrators and the teachers to share information and work together, or the school wide initiatives with the staff notebook, or the staff can publish school policies or for the whole team, or to access and create individual professional development plans, right? So this is what you can do with the help of these four different options: the class, PLC, staff, and the standard. So let me move on to the Teams window again. So this is what the class I have created, which is the 8th D. And now the class I have created, and now I have to add, the multiple, the students, right, who will be a part of this 8th class D. Sorry, let me move forward. We have created this. Yes. Let me manage the channel. Okay. And from here, right, you can keep adding, the number of students from here. So let me add over here, like my another moderator, and let me add, surfacing another moderator. So for example, my entire class as added under the 8th grade B. So now what I'm going to do, so my entire class register, attendance register has prepared. My entire class of 40 student has added over here, because I want to conduct the class, for example, the science subject. And now what I'm going to do, I will do the announcement first over here. So under this, I just click on the announcement and mention over here science subject, for example, human brain. And I can add the image also, and I would request everyone can add the image of their class team, or whatever the different stuff they can add it over here. Let me get like the human brain image from here. Here I can add the instruction or the subheading. So for example, tomorrow 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock, from 10 to 11 we have a 1 hour class, right, with the 8th grade B students, and everyone should be ready in advance. I am sending a supporting document along with this announcement, so everyone can pre-read, and before coming into this session, everyone should be ready. So that instruction I can type it over here. So for example, I'm mentioned here, I'm sending a calendar for tomorrow 10 a.m. class. Okay. Sorry. And now I'm ready for the announcement. I'm not attaching anything from here, right? There are lots of options which are available, like emojis, GIFs, stickers, and the attachment, right? Is any, related document to the human brain. I can attach it, and from here I can do the announcement. So once I will do the announcement, automatically this calendar will move on to the, this announcement has already gone, right, to the entire students, right? Just a second, why it is not moving? Okay. So for example, I click on this and the announcement has gone, right? And parallelly, what I will do, right, I will go on, to my calendar. So these three dots where I can find out, the calendar over here. And let me drag this, and you can see my calendar, how it looks like. Let me go into the new meeting, and from here I can add, the science subject. Okay. And as I said in the starting, if you want to invite your coordinators, principal, vice principal, this is also the space for them. If you have not added them into the class wise, so for example, yesterday one of the customer has come up and they have asked, right, that in all the classes, do we add, our principal or the coordinator, right, into the class, right? Yes, we can add. If you have not added and if you want to invite, this is the optional space for them. So for example, I'm inviting over here like one of my moderator, Neeti Suta, and here tomorrow 8th we have a class between 10 a.m. To 11 a.m. and this will ask me, do you want to repeat this class, or do you want to make it as a timetable like between Monday to Friday, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, or even the customize option, which is also available. So right now I'm not repeating this class, only by for tomorrow. And here you can see when I click on the channels, it will come over here, right? The different channels which are a part of that. So the science subject, and let me add, sorry, we have created actually the 8th D. So let me go back and change that. So 8th D which we have created, and here if I want to add something, right, related to some instruction with the help of formatting toolbar, I can add up, and let me click on the send button. So automatically this calendar has gone and fit onto under the 8th class D basically. Sorry, actually I have not added, the students under the 8B. That's the reason I was not able to click on this button, right? The announcement part. Actually, we have created the class 8D. You can see the calendar has already gone, right? And tomorrow before, this class will start 15 minutes before the class, the pop-up will come on whatever the devices students are using, that at this point of time, we have a class on the science subject, that is the human brain. So now today is 8th of May and 10 o'clock, the teacher has joined, and you can see everyone will join and they can see, all the participants over here. That yes, my all the participants who has already joined, and now I will, it's not like a virtual session only. I obviously, I have to bring some content, right? Whether it is already ready or I want to use the whiteboard or the blackboard or whatever the, the options you always use in your physical classrooms, the same options you can see over here. So what I'm going to do, I just click on to the plus button and you can see there are lots of applications which are a part of that. So one of the application, sorry, the tool like the PowerPoint presentation, if you want to bring the PowerPoint presentation, you can open it. But I want to show you, the OneNote. So OneNote is very, very powerful tool, very well accepted globally by the educators, right? Where, the teachers and the students can collaborate. So you can create the class notebook under this, right? Under the OneNote, right? You can organize course contents. You can, create and deliver interactive lesson plans also, or you can collaborate, and provide the feedback, or this will help, for the teachers, right, or for the staffs or the colleagues, right, to just create lots of stuff and bring it right on a one single platform. So I will show you then one of the class notebook. I just bring it over here. Let me see, these are the sections which are where the content is already prepared by me. You can add more sections from here. Right now I'm not adding. You can add the pages also from here. So let me go and go on to the 5th A, and you can see there is a lots of the content which I have already prepared to teach my children, right, with the help of this OneNote. And let me maximize this space, and you can see there is a just a second, let me delete this also. So now my human brain project, which I want to I want to take my class today, and I want to tell you, my student, that how the where the brain's located, what all parts of the brains, right? So this is how you can teach your students, right, while sharing, the OneNote platform. on the same screen, or you can bring the PowerPoint presentation also. So now I just want to show you the feature, right? While teaching to your students on the human brain, you want to add some important lines, for example, about the cerebellum, or whatever the the parietal lobe, right? So different parts of the brain. So for example, I'm just going and click the dictate option over here. Okay. So I just click it over here, and now I just want to notice my entire class that this is the important topic, right, on the cerebrum, that how the cerebrum, what is all about, the cerebrum. So whatever I'm speaking, it is automatically typing over here. So for example, cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, and it is composed of right and left hemisphere, right? So this is how I can make my classroom more interactive, because I'm not good into the typing. If I will start typing, obviously, my entire class will get over, right, in 1 hour. So this is the option which is available under the Microsoft OneNote, and you just click it, and you will, whatever the important lines of the human brain, you will highlight immediately. So now I'm going to switch off this option. So for example, I want to make it I want to make the recording of this session also, or I want to bring something important related to the human brain. So what I'm going to do over here, I just click onto the insert option. I just click it over here and click the audio, and I'm talking about, for example, the cerebellum, right, is located under the cerebrum, or the brainstem. I'm talking about that, how it acts as a relay center connecting with the cerebrum and cerebellum to the spinal cord. So whatever, as a class teacher, I'm teaching on the human brain, it is recording in over here. I'm just going to stop this audio recording, and it takes few seconds to come over here. Yes, now my recording is ready, and I can play it from here. Just click over here and play it. So this is how you can make your entire classroom more interactive with the help of ready material, whether it is in the shape of PowerPoint presentation, or into the Word document, or into the OneNote. But we always suggest, to bring the OneNote, because, for example, I'm just adding the page over here. This is the blank page for me, and this will help me, to make the whiteboard also for me. So don't worry, there is one whiteboard option which is available, which is a part of Microsoft Teams. But I'm saying that this class notebook, you can use it as your white space. There are different tools which are a part of this, and from here, you can draw the diagram, for example, or you can describe whatever. You can use the rubber also, or for example, the same content which I have shown you on the human brain, you can use, and teach your students with the help of arrow, and after the session you can remove also. There are lots of other options. So for example, if the mathematics teacher is there, or the Hindi teacher is there, they can also, or whatever the language, today, the South audience is already there, right? So whatever the language you are using, so around 7 to 8 languages which the OneNote can support, right? Tamil and the Kannada, right? So these are the languages which this OneNote can support. Let me show you, this last feature, and then I will hand over to Praveena and Dr. Jagdish to take it forward. So for example, let me take this cerebellum part, and I want to teach, to my entire class with the help of this paragraph. For example, the English class is going on, and where you can see the entire paragraph I have bring on one platform. I can change the color, the background color from here. I can increase the text size, reduce the text size. If I want to increase the spacing, I can increase the spacing. I can change the font from here. From here, if I'm the English teacher, right, these are the options which I can click it, and you can see the nouns, verb, adjectives, everything, I can teach, to my students from this single screen. And from here, I just want to show you that if I want to convert the entire document, right? For example, this I converted into Hindi. Let me, convert into the Kannada language, right? The entire, the page will be convert into the different language, which is the Kannada language, right? So there are around 8 to 9 languages which the Microsoft Teams support, right, under the OneNote. And this is how you can make your classes more interactive. There are so many stuffs, right, which is available under the PowerPoint presentation also, because I can understand lots of educators still using, the old versions of the PowerPoint, which is like Office 2010, 13. Lots of features are there where you can create your lesson plan in 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. No need to go here and there, and the way you prepare your presentations where it takes minimum 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes, right? With the help of the features which are a part of Office 2019, you can bring lots of features, right? And that can make your 3 hour presentation into 10 to 15 minutes. This is what you can do. And now I'm just handing over this session to Praveena, Dr. Praveena and Dr. Jagdish. And at last, I can say thank you so much. And we keep doing all these kind of webinars, right, in a more depth way. And be safe at home and with your family members, and take care. Thank you so much, and namaste.
Thank you, Nitin.